everybody, we are the two white chicks in China, and today we're going to give you a quick and dirty tutorial for how to use the Written Chinese Dictionary app.
That we are. Once you've opened the app, you will see our dashboard. And the first thing you'll see is this study goals section. And so you can choose from certain options. You can choose your flashcard sets and change your study options, as well as setting the date.
The date is when you want to know the words by.
Yeah.
So according to what date you set, the system will give you daily words to learn and words to review, so that you don't have to think about going back through your whole flashcard lists every time to learn by a certain date. It'll just feed you what you need to know.
And it also works out how many words to serve you every day based on the date. So for example, I've set mine for the 20th of April. It's a reasonable amount of words. As you can see right at the bottom, it says 4 words to learn, and that'll be every day until you achieve your goal. You can just hit done, and then we can go back to the task of the day. So you can see here there are 2 options, learn and review. Scroll down, you can see the character of the day, and this is something that will change every single day. So you can see all the information here. Pinyin, you can see the traditional and simplified characters as well as the definition. And then there's this homework. Do the homework of the day, and then you can post it online. And when you tap the post homework online, it's going to open up our web dictionary, and there you can leave your mnemonics, you can leave your homework, and then Chamson, our lovely colleague, will check your homework, and she'll provide you with corrections and encouragement, of course.
And you can see what other people have done too.
Right. Yeah, it's all open.
So now I'm going to tell you about the study section. There's a lot of cool stuff in here that you probably didn't know about. So we've got 2 sections here. You can see at the top, flashcards on the left and stories on the right. So the flashcard sets, this includes flashcard sets that you yourself have created or purchased, or ones that we've put in there for you for free, like all of the HSK levels, HSK level 1 through level 6, including we have a cumulative list of HSK vocabulary, so it has every word you should know for each level, and then the regular HSK vocabulary is all the new words you should learn in each level. So depending on how you want to study, we've got everything in there. We're always adding new and modern vocabulary sets for you to download. Some are free, some are paid. Choose what you want. Let's move over to stories. So here are your stories. Some of these are free and some of these are very inexpensive, $1 or something like that to buy. So these are stories that were created for our dictionary that use very common vocabulary. It's taken me as a Chinese learner a long time to be able to read even a children's book, and that's really frustrating. So these stories are simplified for foreigners who are learning Chinese, so they use very basic vocabulary, and they're very encouraging for those who are trying to learn how to read Chinese. Let's go into one. Let's go into Xiao Xiao's birthday. So each page has a little picture and has your text. You can toggle the pinyin on and off. There it goes.
That's a cool feature.
Yep. And then you can see the translation by clicking the Zhongwen button on the bottom. You can see what the English translation is for each page. You can also hear the audio for each page, and you can click on any word to see what that word means, as well as add it to your flashcard sets. How cool is that?
Very cool.
So let's talk about the search function. This is the main function in the app, and it's very cool. Holly, take it away.
Alright, well, as you can see, you can already see my history.
Peacock, calories.
Yeah. What was I searching for? Let's just use the basic search function. You can search for a word in English, Chinese, or in Pinyin. Let's search for a word. Okay. So if you search for the word happy, at the top there you'll see the top 3 bigrams. So the top 3 bigrams are the words that you actually want to use, like in day-to-day life or in day-to-day conversation. So you can see the top 3 bigrams, and then as you scroll down you'll see the top 3 characters. Let's look at one of these characters in detail. If you tap on the character from the search, you can see the character and the pinyin, as well as the full definition. But then we also have example sentences. So if you pull down the drop-down menu, you can see lots of example sentences for that character. And now this is a really cool and relatively new feature that we've got, which is a memory note. You can add a note that will help you remember that character, and you can also leave images, and then you can choose whether it will be public. So if it's public, all of our other users can also see your note, or you can keep it private. Let's have a look at the writing feature. So this is obviously what you need to you need if you learn to write Chinese characters. So you can see the stroke animation, and if you tap it again, you can see the animation go through one more time. If we go to the More button, you can see common related words, and you can also click on those and go to that page as well. And just to notice, you'll see in the corner here, there's this particular bigram is in HSK 3, and all the words that are in the HSK 1 to 6, you'll always see this little black box, which is really cool if you're studying towards the HSK. Another feature here, if you tap this little green radical here, the little stroke, you can see all the radicals in order of how many strokes they have. And if you tap on one, let's choose Earth. Yeah. So you'll see all the characters that have the Earth radical in there. And you can just tap the plus button on the side. So let's go here. And then you can add it to any of your existing flashcard lists. Done. And then when we go back, and you can see there on the top, today, that's the word I added.
And as you can see here, you have 3 options when you look at a flashcard. So you hit tap to reveal. You can choose whether you've gotten it correct or incorrect, or if you want to drop it from your list for now, you can hit the It's Too Easy button, and then it'll disappear from your list for now.
Ooh, wait, got some coins. Yeah, that's another nice feature.
Coins can be used to purchase some of the in-app purchases within the app, like storybooks and flashcard sets. So if you study more, you get more coins, you get more free stuff. Lastly, I'm going to talk just a little bit about the settings, because there's a lot of cool ways that you can customize the dictionary. Here we see our study record that's got everything that we've studied so far. The progress is saved, everything is here. So if you choose to switch flashcard sets for your study goal, you can always go back to previous one later. You've got a study reminder you can set here. It's a little notification that goes out to push you to study if you need to be nagged.
I do.
Here you can see your coins, and then we've got a bunch of app settings in here. You can choose whether to study simplified or traditional Chinese. You can choose whether to see the tone marks or the tone numbers. This advanced characters button is really cool. So actually, if you want to know about any of these settings, you can just press the little I button and it'll explain it, but I'll tell you right now about the advanced characters because I think it's one of the hidden and cool features about the app. So there are tons of Chinese characters, and sometimes as a Chinese learner you don't know which one is something that people would actually use. And so what we've done is taken all of those obscure and rarely used characters and we've put a little owl by it, because owls are wise and know everything. So when you see a character that has an owl by it, a little owl icon, that means that the character is probably not the one that you're looking for. It's probably one that's used in very academic Chinese or ancient scripts, and it's not one that's going to be used in everyday language. So this is where you can choose to see this owl or not. If it bothers you, you can just turn it right off in here. Here you can also turn off the tone colors, and then you can change your font size if you want the font to be a little bit bigger or smaller for you. Finally, we've got a lot of extra stuff in here which you might not have known about. There are premium learning materials. This is all the new flashcard sets and stories that we add, as well as features and bundles. Then we've got blog posts that come in here. You can check this on a daily basis to see all of the new blog posts that Holly here has created, all about learning Chinese, Chinese culture. It's all in here. So that's basically it. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Let us know your experiences with using the app. We're always improving it, always working on new features. Hope you enjoy it.
Bye.
Bye.